Galofalahiatu, I'm Soraya Mangawa and welcome to our bulletin for BCN News. Leading our news tonight, the island still remains at one active case of COVID-19. Since March this year, the island has detected a total of 30 cases of COVID-19. Meanwhile, Niue remains on national alert code yellow as there is no community transmission. Losana Sioneholo reports.
94 passengers arrived on Monday's flight this week. All passengers completed day one testing, which was held on Tuesday, and found only one passenger detected with COVID-19. The active case and close contacts are currently in isolation as per protocol. Day-free testing was administered today for the passengers. The previously active case earlier in the week has recovered and been released from isolation. All air travellers to Niue must complete a declaration and receive a traveller pass before they travel. This includes Niuean citizens and residents, children and infants. PCR nasals or saliva tests are only accepted and must be completed 48 hours prior to travel. Rapid antigen tests are not acceptable. Health and government officials continue to remind members of the public to stay safe, wear a mask and adhere to the health and safety protocols for COVID-19.
The Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games have already commenced earlier today with the opening ceremony. An exciting time ahead for Team Niue, who have been preparing for months to represent our small island nation, Niue. Here's more on this story.
Chef de Mission Tony Edwards and General Manager Brad Ignipule Tuata were the first of the Niuean contingent to leave New Zealand for Birmingham last Thursday, according to the Team Niue B2022 Facebook page, followed by the rest of the team officials and athletes last Friday. Families and friends of the athletes and officials gathered at the Auckland International Airport to farewell the team. A total of 15 athletes are representing Niue at the Birmingham Commonwealth Games, 4 boxers, 1 weightlifter and 10 lawn bowlers. Amongst the lawn bowling athletes is Premier Dalton Tangilangi, who will also be competing alongside his 14-year-old son. During his official visit to New Zealand, Tangilangi said it was important that Niue's presence was felt at the Commonwealth Games. Participation in these things is very important. It's one of these life experiences. It's something you can't take away, says Tangilangi. The team athletes could be seen training prior to the start of the opening ceremony, having a feel of their new training grounds and where they will be competing with the other nations of the Commonwealth. Team Niue flag bearers Olivia Buckingham, lawn bowl athlete and boxer Travis Tapatuetoa led the team to the opening ceremony carrying the Niue flag during the marching procession. A beautiful opening ceremony for the Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games.
The New Zealand Defence Force arrived on the island 2 weeks ago to undergo exercise Tropic Twilight, an important annual project which enables the New Zealand Defence Force to assist nations within the Pacific with important tasks such as refurbishing public facilities, which they have been currently doing here on the island. Here's more on this story. BCN News spoke with Troop Commander Kendall Finlay this morning, who explains the purpose of Project Tropic Twilight.
So the purpose of Tropic Twilight happens every 2 years, and it's a group of engineers from the New Zealand Army that moves around between the islands and just helps out. So it helps you guys out with jobs you guys need doing, and for us it gets our guys out in the tools doing what they're employed to do, really.
The contingent includes 30 Army personnel and 9 Navy personnel. Some of their major projects have been at Niue High School.
So currently, while we're here, we are working at the Niue High School. The primary jobs are the science lab. We're doing rewiring, re-plumbing of the taps and sinks, and then just the cosmetic work like painting and stuff like that as well. In the hall, we've re-floored some of it where there was like damaged flooring from water. So we've re-floored it, repainted it, and pulled out all the staples and things like that. A lot of cosmetic work in the hall. And then in the ablution block, we've also been, we've completely demoed inside and then redone all the cubicle stalls, repainted, re-plumbing, rewired. So the ablution block has been a primary task for us and been the biggest job so far. We've also done some hydrographic surveying down at the wharf, which is the Navy crew, And we've also just completed the plant job at the hospital car park. We've just re-scraped the car park and made it all nice and flat. So.
Besides their full day of work beginning at 6 a.m. in the morning to 4 p.m. in the afternoon, Troop Commander Finlay says that they have also been able to connect with the communities and explore most of the swimming spots on the island. Finlay says that fitness plays a big role in joining the Army.
No advice in particular, but fitness is a big thing, so just maintain that. There are a lot of resources online that you can get in contact with people, and it gives you fitness standards and things like that that you should be hitting to get in. There are also, heaps of the guys are around over the next few days. We'll be meeting with all the prefects at the high school on Monday, doing like a big sports day with them. So if any of them have any questions, feel free to come up and ask any of the guys because they're more than willing to answer.
The contingent have found their stay and work on the island to be amazing. They will be departing the island next Tuesday. 2 teenagers were involved in a car incident over the weekend at Aliluki in Alofi. It is understood that alcohol was a contributing factor to the incident. BCN News contacted the Niue Police Department to provide the latest development of the investigation. Here's more on this story. Drinking and driving is not a new concept, but it has been the cause of multiple accidents, severe injuries, and deaths of many who are young and old. It is understood that alcohol was a contributing factor to the incident which took place over the weekend. The 2 teenagers are, however, doing well and in stable condition at Niuefo Hospital. BCN News contacted the Niue Police Department to provide the latest development, but have responded saying that the investigation is still in process and that they cannot provide any comments at the moment. A message which must be reiterated to members of the public to drive safely and look after yourselves on the road and not to drink and drive.
According to the Niue Chamber of Commerce Facebook page, the career session was led by Lieutenant Commander Jeanette Atkinson of the Navy, ex-Air Force personnel Alan Wilson of the Royal Australian Air Force and Mike Porek of the Royal New Zealand Air Force. It was understood that 10 Niue High School students and 2 school leavers attended the session, also including a few representatives from the Niue Chamber of Commerce, Public Service Commission and Ministry of Transport. BCN News was able to speak to Lieutenant Commander Atkinson this morning, who explained more about the purpose of the Navy contingent as part of the New Zealand Defence Force team here on the island for Exercise Tropic Twilight.
Our role here in Navy is part of the contingent, which is made up of Army and Navy. And we're here to do some surveying of the main wharf here in Alofi and the boat ramps up at Namakulu and Avasiti.
The Navy contingent arrived on the 12th of July 2 weeks ago under the exercise Tropic Twilight.
We're doing what we call a bathymetric survey of the wharf here. What that means is that the data we collect with our sonars on board the boat will make a 3D picture of the seafloor that will go towards informing future infrastructure upgrades and improvements to the wharf and the boat ramp areas around Niue.
BCN News asked Commander Atkinson to provide any tips or advice for those who would be interested in joining the Navy.
The Navy provides a great career for anyone that's interested. My advice would be to have a look on the Defence Careers website, find out what roles and jobs you're interested, and always do something that you're interested as a person, because if you do a job that you're interested in, then you'll really enjoy it for the rest of your career. You need to be able to enjoy being with other people, travelling and things like that, and there's obviously challenging sides to the roles as well as amazing rewards and travel. So yeah, my advice would be to have a look on the website, see what suits you, and do well at school and work hard to get where you want to be.
The Navy contingent will be leaving the island on Saturday morning this week by Navy ship, which will be coming into the island.
Village show days are a well-known tradition here on Niue, but for the village of Alofi South, they decided to do something different this year, which was a street market selling food, agricultural produce, and displaying arts and handcrafts. Here's more on this story. Last Saturday, the villagers of Alofi South set up their stalls in front of their properties along the main Alofi roadside, starting from Tukayavi to Tufukia. Like the village show days, the stalls were nicely decorated with balloons, flags, and colorful accessories. The street market began in the early morning and ended in the afternoon. A variety of food was sold, including barbecue, nane, raw fish, and sweet delicacies. A range of cultural arts and handcrafts were also displayed for some stalls. Alofi South Village Council Chairperson Robin Heko says that the street market was very successful. BCN News asked Mr. Heko to clarify whether the usual show day to a street market was changed due to the newly detected cases of COVID-19 and the opening of quarantine-free travel. Robin says that the idea to do a street market was for a change and something new. First time in Alofi's history to host a street market in place of its village show day. It was a good day and turnout for the village. A great show of talent and sportsmanship was seen at the futsal tournament for the Open Men's and Open Women's 2022. But the overall winners for the day went to both teams from Vaya. And once again, Vaya has proven just how good they are when it comes to sports. Here's more on this story. Taking place at the Niue High School Paliasi grounds, a total of 13 teams participated in the tournament, 8 teams for the Open Men's and 5 teams for the Open Women's. The teams were from villages including Alofi, Vaya, Hakupu, Lakepa, and Tuapa. Taking the championship title for the Open Women's was Vaya, second place to Tuapa, and coming in third place was Alofi. The Open Men's were split into Pool A and Pool B. The teams that made the semi-finals were Vaya versus Tuapa and Hakupu Whites versus Alofi United. In the finals were Vaya versus Alofi for the first and second placings, where Vaya scored an impressive 2-1 in the finals to Alofi. Hakupu forfeited third placing finals to Tuapa. There were also 5 most valuable players overall chosen for the men's and women's teams. The Niue Football Association would like to acknowledge all the teams that represented their village communities on Saturday. Great show of sportsmanship on and off the field and great improvement of skills for both men and women players. Congratulations to all the teams, most especially to the teams that battled it out to the end. A great day invested in Niue's sports development, health and well-being. We acknowledge all the sponsors that helped to make the tournament possible. The Niue Football Association says that the association is looking to select a development squad and hope to begin participation in regional competitions in the near future. Pua, the House of Champions, scored an impressive 50 gold medals at the annual Niue High School Athletics Day, an undefeated win which showcased the young and upcoming potential of the Niue High School students. BCN Cameras was able to capture the highlights of the day. Here's more on this story. The Niue High School Athletics Day 2 took place last Friday at Paliasi School grounds. The program of the day commenced with the marching, where Moea took first place, second to Pua team, third to Langakali, and coming in fourth place was Kieto. The 100 meters champ of champs for the juniors year 7 to year 9 girls went to Esatose Ainu'u. For the junior boys, Joshua Buckner came first place. The senior girls for year 10 to 13, champ of champs, went to Carolyn Tukuniu, and for the senior boys, first place went to Lester Ringomoto for the 100 meter champ of champs. For the Tasika Champ of Champs for the juniors went to Aaron T, and for the seniors Champ of Champs went to Tangavaitoa Tukuitonga. The junior girls Olofua New overall winner went to Lene Talaisi, and for the senior girls first place went to Giselle Mokoia. Overall champions of the Niue High School Athletics 2022 went to Pua House with 50 gold medals, followed by Langakali with 29 gold medals, third place to Kiato with 26 gold medals, and fourth place overall to Moea team with 23 gold medals. Niue High School Principal Charles Yawane told BCN News that it was a beautiful day to see all the support for the students. Principal Yawane expresses his thoughts of gratitude to all the families, friends, supporters, staff, sponsors, and especially students of Niue High School for a successful athletics day. Congratulations to all winners. Before we end our news bulletin tonight, we'd like to acknowledge one of our longtime workers who has been with us since 2017. He has been behind the scenes with the camera and editing and has been a focal point here at the Broadcasting Corporation of Niue. Eroti Navuku, we acknowledge you and the work you have done for us, and we wish you all the best for your future endeavors. Stay safe and keep well. And that is our news bulletin for tonight. Do join us again next week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, for more of our local news. Until then, wishing you all a safe weekend. Kia munuina.